Hello TCG and Lorcana enthusiasts, and welcome back to yet another Lorcana gameplay video where today we are taking our evasive deck we profiled this week. Check the link down in the description below for that video. But without further ado, let's see how well we do with it on the Pixelborn ladder in a best 2 out of 3. Alright, so we are playing the top deck right now, Amethyst Ruby. Of course, I don't know which version of Amethyst Ruby. There's a lot of different ones. I've seen versions with the Tiger from the Jungle Book, just playing like an aggressive punch style deck. Here, we got a lot of high stuff, so we can knock all that out. Keep the mini and keep the Duke. All right, well, good. Okay, not bad. We got Donald Duck in our starting hand as well. We have another mini already, so let's go that, and let's put out the Duke. The Duke has the 2 power just to be a little more of a nuisance than, say, Minnie Mouse. Plus, we don't have the Minnie Mouse that shifts over. So yes, we are playing Amethyst Ruby Control, and we're playing the better version of Amethyst Ruby Control. We're gonna put the Ray away. We will bring out this Minnie Mouse, and we will quest. And that will be it. I probably should have kept that in my hand, now thinking about it, to ink next turn, because I really want this Donald Duck. Because this Donald Duck can actually start dealing damage to stuff. But again, this mini quest, I can knock it out with both these guys. And I only take 1 damage each. He'd have to ink something this turn, and then have to go for Madam Him, the snake. Here. I think that is 2 goats that are now in his inkwell. That's not exactly where I'd want my goats to be. Because it's going to exert a random chosen character that's not exactly impactful. That's the wrong Pinocchio, by the way. It's not the one I fear. We're going to knock out this Minnie Mouse here. Just because this quest for 1, it's not the Pinocchio that quest for 3. The more nuisance Pinocchio. The 1 drop that quests for 3. You can't ink. This one you can't ink either. This one just happens to exert. So his deck is more going the more exert punch style. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see 𝐒𝐍𝐶. That's a tiger, 𝐒𝐍𝐶. I think it is. You can all let me know that in the comments. But I think it's 𝐒𝐍𝐶. He may be going more of the 𝐒𝐍𝐶 punch style than anything else. Now, of course, if he quests with this, I hit him with the mini because there's no point in me keeping the Duke. Unless he's going to damage something. Well, he'd have to deal 2 damage. He's going to knock one of his own guys out to do 2 damage to something. It's either going to knock out the Duke, knock out Mini, or knock... Oh, so he's going to go to Duke of Wellington. Interesting. Kind of an interesting hit there. I'll put the Ray away. Again, Donald's just a little better because I can push him all the way up to 5 possible lore. So, as of right now, I am leading, and that's how this deck really likes to work, is it likes to lead on lore. Again, just the ability to gain so much lore because all my basic guys are running about 2 to 3 lore a turn. So there's the Fox. All this Fox can do is just kill the mini. So, again, that's what's so nice because because this deck is so meta relevant, it's not running any like evasive guys in it. Nothing that really puts me to fear. And for instance, I'm going to bring this Donald Duck out. I hit that Madam Him Fox. I get hit with 4 damage. I'm basically now questing 5 a turn off this Donald Duck. And I've already got up to 6. So I'm well prepared to stand ready. And this deck is a control variety deck, so it doesn't really have like a damager. Like this deck barely plays Dragonfire, which I happen to be playing here. It's not really playing those type of cards, and because we are playing Amethyst, Amethyst doesn't have a burn engine in it either. So there's not really a high level way for him to like hit this, unless he goes Maleficent or gets up to the 7 cost level to play well, I guess he could do Teeth and Gnash. He has Teeth Inhibition. He has proven he has Teeth Inhibition in his pool. So unfortunately, I think we're gonna throw this away. As much as it's interesting to have both those characters up, I think what I'm going to do is this, but I'm not going to choose the genie. Now, genie can, which if like I knew my Donald Duck was like threatened, I could bounce my own Donald Duck back to my hand to protect it and play it again next turn so it doesn't get knocked out, and I could just have the factor that, yeah, I was at 4 damage, I'm just going to gain more. So again, I have a chance to go up to a good chunk of lore here off of this lore, as Matt Pat would say. As this time is recording, he is retiring. So it is a sad day in YouTube, that is for sure. But good on him, he deserves it. But anyways, one more ink, and he's at what I fear the most. His 7 cost danger. Alright, I'll just get rid of the genie. Yeah, this Madame Tremaine is really good. Lady Tremaine, really good. Just very strong overall. That's hilarious. Now, I should have swung that probably in. I'm just gonna pass here. And my thought is he's at the 7 required lore to board white. There's no point in going any wider from here, and that's the one thing you have to realize with Ruby decks, especially Amethyst Ruby Control, because it is so rampant in the meta. You have to be cautious when they hit the 7. That's when they're going to start board wiping. We have one more before we can board wipe. So my friend here has to also be cautious of the fact that I'm like 1 away from my own board wipe because he knows I'm playing Ruby as well. Mindful we don't have Ruby just yet in here. Okay. I'm going to take the 3 damage there. And that puts me up to 6 here. I'm going to just Dragonfire off this, what was her name? Ursula. Just remove her altogether. Next turn, I quest for 6, and I win the following turn. He needs to board wipe me and knock out his own board, and I have then 2 guys to follow up. That's why I'm staying very cautious of not. Oh, he's gonna. Okay. Well, I'll just get rid of the guy that's. I mean, I'm still making 4 here. I'm still leading. I mean, I go up to 17 and I win on next crackback. Unless you have a 3rd Lady Tremaine. Mind you, I'm not going to bounce a 3rd Lady Tremaine to his hand. Madam him Fox. Oh, yep, he did bounce the Lady Tremaine. That's what I was afraid of. He'd do it. He'd bounce the Lady Tremaine. I said I'd have to do it too. Let's see. I'm going to put the Teeth Inhibition away. There's not really a point. Yeah, he summons Lady Tremaine. Let's see. I would need like another 3. Let's do this. I'm going to bounce the snake back to his hand. I'm not going to do the fox. The fox is not. Either of those weren't great. Because the aspect is now, since I have a 2nd guy, yeah, he has 2 Lady Tremaines. I think she's a 4 cost, but I think her shift cost is 4 or 5. Oh, she's a shift cost of 6. Okay. So yeah, he can't. She's a cost of 6, shift of 4. So he can't shift into a Lady Tremaine to win. So that's where, like I said, oh, unless he does this. Which means next turn he'll be able to shift a Lady Tremaine. Wow, he actually had the out. He had a 2nd Teeth Inhibition. I was like, if he doesn't have the out, I win. The Cheshire Cat. I'm just going to put the Donald out. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to get the win here. Because he goes up to 15 with this. I can get the win. But the thing is, if he, like, overlays for a nut, or shifts, not overlays. Yeah, that's what I feared. Yeah, he's just going to do it. He's just going to board control me with this Lady Tremaine. I did not mention that in my deck profile. Lady Tremaine is not a bad card if you want to throw in this deck. She's just overall strong. Okay, well that gives me 1 more turn to win. I'm a little lost. Well, he's just going to bounce the Lady Tremaines again. Oh, he's just going to cycle the Lady Tremaines. Oh, I was not. Oh, no, 'cause then Madam Him Fox bounced them. Wow, he's just going to constantly keep me under that Lady Tremaine block. Wow, okay, that's actually going to be kind of annoying. Can I actually get out of this? I don't think I can. I don't think I positively can. Because if I play another character, he summons Lady Tremaine, he quests for 3, goes to 16, then he has Lady Tremaine there, 6, that give him another 5. Yeah, that gives him the win. Yeah, he's got it. Lady Tremaine bounce, baby. Lady Tremaine bounce. That's why she's such a good Emerald card. Well, here we are for game 2, folks. We got Amber Amethyst. Okay, this might be a deck I'm a little afraid of. So this color combination clearly tells me, as we have quite the interesting hand here, that we possibly are facing against the aggro deck. Ugh. Okay, not exactly the greatest hand. So this version of this aggro deck that we're probably going to play is all about just quest. There's nothing else to do but quest. That's all this deck will do. It's just going to quest for days, quest for hours, or it's old bounce. Or maybe it's not. I mean, there's a lot of things this possibly could be. I'm not 100% sure just yet, but we will find out. Anyways, Peter Pan Dagger means that I can, of course, now have all my evasive guys 𝐾 at +1 here. Next turn, we do have the Minnie Mouse, mainly meaning we are going to be behind and questing for lore, but we do have, like, Teeth Inhibition to knock this out. So yeah, sure, a Simba Guard is okay, but the problem is, again, a Teeth Inhibition is just a little faster at, you know, knocking stuff out. So we will pass. I think I'm just going to throw this mini into the Inkwell here, and then just pass on, like, questing and then Teeth Inhibition to knock out this Lilo. I'm not 100% sure if this is, like, just quest, because that is what this color scheme would tell me. Like, you're using the 1-drop, the 2-drop Pinocchio, the quest for 3. We've seen the bounce engine with Madam Him Dragon in there, so there's a chance that he's running the Madam Him Fox, the Madam Him Snake, to do the bounce. And what you do is you quest with, like, Pinocchio, then you bounce it back with the Madam Him Fox or the Snake and protect it back in your hand. So that's mainly what this deck is. Like I said, this deck is all about, like, questing. That's all it does. As we can see here, now we have the Win More book. We are still behind in the lore battle, but again, all our evasive guys are starting to quest. So we will do 2 to deal 2. That knocks it out. So again, I will only be behind by 1, but it's not horrible. I don't know why that was shining blue, like I could play something. So I mean, next turn we play Ray. Ray has already 3, that's 5 on us. And again, this deck doesn't have, like, evasive guys. It's not playing Ruby, and no one is evasive with an Amber or Amethyst at all. The only fear is his book. But again, that does cost 1 lore to build any aspect. But again, this guy has quite a lot of high-level guys questing for a lot of lore here. So outpacing him is really the only option we have. No, that's a good option too. So we'll play the Ray. We go up there. We quest. We have a 5. He has a 3. So we go to 9. He will be going to 9 as well. But he gets a 10 off this book. And again, we have Dragonfire. We have Genie to bounce something. So yeah, he's playing I Go Burr Quest. That's what he's playing. I Go Burr Quest. Okay. Well, nothing to put in our Inkwell, so we'll just quest with both these. Well, I'm going to knock out that Moana. I don't want that Moana right now. And pass. He might win on the lore battle. That's the one thing I am absolutely terrified of. The fact that he's going to win in the lore battle because I didn't see something to play. I guess that's a reason why maybe it's a good idea to put Flynn Rider in the deck as a 2 cost so you can bring him out, especially against decks like this that are so lore heavy on them, as we can see here. Heck, even that's another freaking 3 questing Mickey Mouse. But again, he hasn't triggered this book in a while because he's playing high value guys that are well, cost a lot. Okay, well that is certainly going to help. Bounce this Mickey back to his hand because that's the greatest threat on the board. Now I go to 14. I have a 17. I have +7 here. He can't outbeat me with a +7. So I'm going to win on this one because, well, I outpaced him just a little slightly. Just a little slightly. Because again, he doesn't have a way to deal damage to any of my guys. Amethyst doesn't have any damage dealers, and neither does Amber. Amber's about healing practically, and Amethyst is about having interesting cards. I'm not really sure what like the Amethyst like main engine ideals are. All right, well this is just the game here. Yeah, because this goes to 17, 19. Yeah. Just got to make sure to do that math. And on to game 3. All right, folks, game 3, and we have Sapphire Steel against our. So, Sapphire Steel for me right now, I believe, is Resist Zoo. The entire deck is about the ambition of using the Resist cards. No, we already have a mini. About using the Resist cards to build a big, just a big wall. That's what you do with the Resist. Guys, let's see. We'll put the, well, we actually can shift with that Cheshire, so I'm going to actually put this Goofy away. Because we can actually go turn 3 and then just, because, like I said, we have a Cheshire Cat that's a nuisance. So, I'm going to have to wait because I've never played Resist Zoo. I played a lot of Pixelborn, but I have yet to play like Resist Zoo. So Golden Flower is a good heal card. You can banish the item, remove up to 3 damage. Now, again, he is playing the Sapphire engine, so he does have access to the Popsicle engine of drawing cards through using Popsicle, Judy Hopps, the very tantalizing Judy Hopps, and Schlaversham, forget his name, utilizing those guys to using those to get a constant draw engine. You typically play Popsicle, then you knock the Popsicle out some way to then draw cards off the banishing of the Popsicle. And then you use Nick Wild to cycle the Popsicle again. We haven't seen any Resist cards just yet, but again, he's playing a little bit of the Sapphire ramping right now. He's gonna... Okay. He dealt a damage to himself there. What do we want to do? I think I'm going to put a Cheshire Cat away. I'm going to put out the mini. And I'm going to quest here because as of right now, yeah, if he wants to swing in, knock out Duke of Wellington and take 2 damage on his Mickey Mouse, I'm more than happy to let him do that. Because, I mean, next turn, I literally have the Cheshire Cat. He has no way right now. Well, I guess he could banish it to heals. No, because he's right here. Here's Harem Flabbersham. You banish an item and draw 2. Typically, you want this on the Popsicle because the Popsicle kind of, yeah, it can banish itself to heal as well, but typically you want to banish the Popsicle. It's the better card because then you cycle back the Popsicle with Nick Wild. And that's how you cycle the engine. So he's going to take the 2 damage there. Okay. Interesting play. Ooh, this is actually kind of tough. Actually, let's put the Teeth and Ambition away. I'm going to quest, and then I'm going to shift my Cheshire, protecting my Cheshire now. A 1. Yeah, this is a 1/3 that can quest for 1. I'm actually going to quest with the Cheshire Cat here. There's not really like a need to use the Cheshire Cat ability to banish Mickey Mouse. That doesn't do anything for me. Now, clearly he's outpacing me in ink, but then again, that's what Sapphire always does. It's such an amazing ramp strategy. Okay, so there's a card I really didn't want to kind of see, but I think I can out it. It does 4 damage? Okay, that's actually not bad, because what I can do is I can do Donald Duck to swing at it. And that actually will trigger the Cheshire Cat. So what I do, I swing Donald Duck into that. I take 4, so I'm up now to 5 lore. 4 plus his 1 standard lore. Unless he's just gonna get rid of the Cheshire Cat. Yeah. Okay. I mean, he was Sapphire. He's at his late. He's in about his mid game to late game now. Okay. Well, he's made it very clear now about this. Now he's questing for a lot here. Not much else I can really do about it. Play that. Play this. I have a 3 right now. Yeah, because 3, and then I'll have... That puts me at the 15. I can waste a turn going to 15. Again, Hades now is the only way to do it. And if he does play like another big Tinkerbell down, or shifts the big Tinkerbell over big Tinkerbell... Okay, well... I hope he has something else, because that just gave me the win. Like, right there. Like I said, once you hit the 4 damage, that's the sweet spot on this Donald Duck. That puts him up to a 5 questing guy. I'm about to say, he had to have something. He literally either had to have another Hades, or he had to have another Swords. So it's not Resist Zoo. He must be just playing mid-range Steel. He's just playing mid-range Steel. Yeah, I could do this. I'm gonna bounce a Tinkerbell back. That puts me up to 17. I mean, it's gonna be close, because this puts him up to... I don't think I can get it. Yeah, I need that. I needed him not to have a Hades and a or a Swords. I didn't care about the Swords. Congratulations, you used your Swords and buffed me, basically. Now, there is a way out of this. If I draw one of the 3 of my board wipes... Oh, I didn't realize this is actually when he's quest. It's been a while since I've actually read the Sapphire cards, but that's pretty cool. He can quest. Oh, okay. Well, that's not horrible either. Again, a board wipe will do it for me. He is now going very wide on his board presence right now. So this is the Resist Zoo, and that's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, I need to see Be Prepared, so then I could go Be Prepared, punish him for being such in a wide board state, and then I knock everything out. The card in his hand is Big Tinkerbell, and I just have to draw a few cards that can out like stuff. So unfortunately, my opponent will claim it with mid-range Steel, or I guess it could be Resist Zoo, but I wouldn't know. Well, I hope you all enjoyed those games of Lorcana. Let me know down in the comments below all your thoughts about them, and while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you get notified when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragons TCG.